Hated to love it, the underdogs on top. And I'm gon' shine, homie, until my heart stop.
Go ahead, envy me. I'm Raps MVP, and I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me.
Tevin Coleman of the Atlanta Falcons comes in at number 5. He's coming off a wonderful 2,000-yard season at Indiana. He ran a 4.440, but he's not that good at making tackles miss in the open field. Coleman lands on a team that needs a feature back, featuring Matt Ryan, Roddy White, and Julio Jones. The Falcons are going to need somebody to hand the ball up to when defenses are playing pass. Coleman is also one of the best pass-blocking running backs to enter the draft. So the more that Coleman stays on the field, there's more opportunity for him to get yards. I see Tevin Coleman and Devontae Freeman splitting carries at the start of the season, so I don't see Coleman get more than 15 carries saved for the first 6 games of the season. But if he can get an increased workload, I believe Tevin Coleman could be a good fantasy football running back this season. Duval, that's right, TJ Yeldon comes in our list at number 4 as a running back for the Jacksonville Jaguars. A lot of people covering football see Arian Foster Clone, a good one-cut back that can put his foot in the ground and get positive yards upfield. I think this is a Gus Bradley type of guy, a guy that doesn't dance around too much in the backfield, gets his shoulders square and gets upfield. I think this is a good fit for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Before we get too excited about TJ Yeldon's fantasy stock, we gotta remember the team that he plays for. The Jacksonville Jaguars are not an offensive juggernaut and really struggle moving the ball and scoring touchdowns the last couple seasons. With all that being said, I do like TJ Yeldon's ability, and I do like the fact that the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to let him be the workhorse. Hopefully he gets 20 plus carries a game. Amari Cooper of the Oakland Raiders comes in here at number 3. Just like TJ Yeldon and the Jacksonville Jaguars, Amari Cooper and the Oakland Raiders is not a great fantasy fit. Even though Latavius Murray turned around at the end of the season for the Oakland Raiders, they picked up Michael Crabtree. I'm not too much a believer in David Carr. Amari Cooper is going to make some plays, but it reminds me of Sammy Watkins. He plays an offense that struggles passing the football. Amari Cooper has great speed, great size, good hands, and runs good routes. Has all the tools to be a great fantasy football wide receiver, but I don't think he'll be consistent just because the offense that he plays for in Oakland.
Let's take it from the 28.
Wide open, White, caught at the 30, 20. Kevin White, 68 big ones, touchdown.
West Virginia wide receiver Kevin White, now playing for the Chicago Bears, comes in here at number 2. A 6'3" guy runs a 4.340, really knows how to go up and get the football. White can be a great fantasy football wide receiver. Playing an offense with Matt Forte, Martellus Bennett, and Alshon Jeffrey, who knows when Kevin White's going to get his touch. There's also a risk on relying on Jay Cutler to provide for White's rookie's fantasy numbers, but I believe Kevin White will be a top 25 fantasy wide receiver this season. Guy who had a 408-yard rushing game last season, Melvin Gordon comes in here at number 1. Gordon had a record-breaking season at Wisconsin last year with 343 attempts, 2,587 yards, and 29 touchdowns. Guy with blazing speed, has a great stiff arm. Melvin Gordon lands on a good offense to replace Ryan Matthews in San Diego. Melvin Gordon only caught 20 or so passes in college, but they have Danny Woodhead for the receiving duties in the backfield. The Chargers been a top 15 pick on a college superstar for a reason. Gordon should be an every down back and a top 20 running back in fantasy this season.